all of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
Heavily armed federal officials descended on Sean Diddy Combs' Holmby Hills mansion. The raid, led by Homeland Security, is allegedly tied to a federal sex trafficking investigation.
I walk up and down here all the time, and I didn't even know this is Mr. Combs' house.
As a close friend of Jay-Z, what was your reaction to him opening up about his infidelities in the Family Feud video?
Yeah. I mean, that's what music gives you the power to do. And I think that, you know, once you're ready to share it with your fans in the world, then nobody could judge it. You know, they have to accept what it is. And
Holy shit, guys, there's all sorts of stuff going down right now. You know how Katt Williams predicted the downfall of Diddy in 2024? Well, seems like he right on the money. Bang on about his prediction. Not only did security raid 2 of his mansions, but apparently found evidence Diddy and dozens of his accomplices, one of which is none other than Jay-Z himself. Now, haven't been any official arrests yet, but you bet some bad stuff is about to happen in the music industry. Not only did Katt predict Diddy's downfall, but hinted at the fact that his inner circle will get hit too, indirectly sending a warning to Beyonce's better half, Jay-Z. Now, what does this mean for Jay, Beyonce, and all the others involved? Let's get into it. The latest move by authorities in response to the numerous SA allegations against Diddy involves the raiding of 2 of his residences. Just a few days ago, raids conducted on Diddy's Los Angeles mansion in the upscale Hills area and his Miami Beach home on the exclusive Star Island. These actions were reportedly part of a federal investigation into ST. In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security commented earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available. While Diddy himself was not present at the time of the raid, his 2 sons allegedly tried to cover up after their dad's deeds as soon as the authorities arrived. TMZ reported that the sons were handcuffed outside the mansion while the investigators did their own magic. Initial reports suggested that federal agents were seen confiscating a significant amount of evidence, including phones, laptops, and other electronic devices, along with boxes filled with potentially useful information. Sources also indicate that the agents were not solely focused on Diddy's digital footprint, but also sought to secure footage from security cameras, which was reportedly one of their top priorities. It's worth noting that Lil Rod alleged in his lawsuit that Diddy routinely recorded profile individuals engaging in illicit activities during his gatherings.
Once they got to Diddy's property, was immediately disable his surveillance system and seize all his footage. And it wasn't just security footage they were after. Homeland Security also confiscated hard drives, phones, and other electronics, focusing on finding photos, emails, and names linking others to the alleged trafficking operation.
Conspiracy theorists speculate that the federal agents aimed to seize Diddy's electronic devices to leverage the recorded footage as a means of controlling individuals. It's widely known that Diddy's notorious parties were highly sought after among industry elites. Rumor has it that everyone from politicians to record label executives frequented gatherings, allegedly indulging in the offerings provided by Diddy. Moreover, there are claims that CEOs of record companies contributed funds to these events overseen by Diddy, purportedly to maintain everyone's satisfaction. Additionally, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, alleged that at times, Diddy recorded individuals engaged in questionable acts for his own enjoyment. Amidst these raids, another revelation has come to light regarding Diddy's substantial debt. Reports suggest that the music mogul took out bank loans totaling $140 million to acquire his lavish properties in Miami and Los Angeles. According to Daily Mail, this may be the largest home loan ever taken out by a Hollywood figure. Currently, Diddy still owes $100 million, with the entirety of the sum due within the next 5 years, except for a $23 million loan requiring repayment by 2029. As the controversy swirls, public interest in Diddy's whereabouts has peaked. Jack Sweeney, renowned for tracking celebrities' private jets, initially speculated about a potential flight path to the Caribbean island of Antigua for one of Diddy's jets. However, subsequent sources revealed that the rapper was not aboard that flight. Surveillance footage later captured Diddy pacing at Miami airport, while authorities continued to search his homes. In a dramatic turn, authorities intercepted Diddy's private jet and confiscated his mobile phones, halting a planned vacation flight to the Bahamas. Additionally, a man identified as Diddy's substance mule was reportedly arrested on the scene. Amidst this unfolding drama, a former Syracuse basketball player, Brendan Paul, was arrested on 2 felony charges at a Miami airport. He is accused of being rapper Combs' alleged primary substance supplier. Paul, a 25-year-old who played as a walk-on guard for the program from 2018 to 2020, was booked for possession of cocaine and controlled substances, later released after posting a $2,500 bail. Additionally, suspected marijuana edibles were discovered in Paul's luggage. Interestingly, Lil Rod's lawsuit proved crucial in this context, as Paul's name reportedly appeared 11 times in the complaint. Moreover, he was accused of aiding and abetting Combs and his associates in alleged ST by paying adult workers in cash. Despite the arrest, Diddy appeared seemingly unfazed, seen enjoying a relaxed vacation in Miami while frequenting various clubs with his 2 daughters. However, behind the scenes, practical decisions were being made. Federal authorities are tightening the noose around Diddy, seeking telecommunications records involving him as part of an investigation. Subpoenas are also expected to be issued to commercial airlines and possibly the FAA, aiming to track individuals who flew on Diddy's dime and their destinations. The focus extends beyond alleged victims to potential witnesses who could corroborate or challenge the allegations of St. Dimitri Gorin, a former LA County ex-crimes prosecutor who is now in private law practice, weighed in on Diddy's situation. He said, investigators would likely seek authorization to search for videos or photographs on any devices connected to the target, anywhere where digital images can be found in connection to sexual conduct that would have been recorded. Another defense attorney, Megan Blanco, claimed that the feds might be more deep down the Diddy rabbit hole than they are letting on. They have, in the Combs case, convinced one or more federal magistrates they had enough probable cause for one or more search warrants. Given the scope of the investigation, it seems they are further along than most investigations. As this new information emerged, Diddy's former security detail shifted the conversation in a completely different direction. The subpoenas will provide the feds with more intelligence regarding the extent of Diddy's involvement with these various businesses. Furthermore, there are allegations circulating that Diddy has been acting as a confidential informant for the FBI, a role that potentially shielded him from legal consequences for his actions over the years. Diddy's ex-bodyguard has stepped forward, expressing willingness to testify against him.
I would testify to everything if I was told to. You know, if I was brought in to testify against that. You understand? I'm not gonna sit there and wait in jail for him? Nah, I wouldn't do that.
This potential testimony, along with corroborating statements from other insiders, could mark a significant turning point in the case. Lil Rod's lawsuit also shed light on a shooting incident that occurred back in 1999, for which Diddy's protege, Shine, took the blame. However, years later, Natanya Rubin, one of the victims of the New York City nightclub incident in 1999, is now claiming that Combs is accountable for her injuries. For those unfamiliar with the incident, Combs, his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, and rapper Jamal Shine Barrow were arrested following a shooting altercation at the now-defunct club New York in Times Square. The curious aspect is that although both Combs and Shine were allegedly armed, only Shine was apprehended. Natanya alleges that Diddy used his illicit methods to evade responsibility because she had accused Diddy of being accountable for her injuries, yet he was released without facing consequences. She stated, "I looked straight forward ahead, and I watched the muzzle flash from both of their firearms, and I felt the impact to my face instantly. There's no doubt in my mind who shot me." She was also one of many people who celebrated when Diddy's mansion was raided. She said, "When I saw it, it was very cathartic for me because I finally felt like justice would be served. Justice would be mine and belong to all of his victims." Now, this raid and Lil Rod's lawsuit dealt a severe blow to Diddy's social standing and influence. Diddy is no longer associated with Revolt TV, the culture and music-focused television network he founded back in 2013. Reports suggest that he has completely distanced himself from the network, and there are rumors swirling that it's now under new ownership. Moreover, Diddy has allegedly been reaching out to other black celebrities like Kanye West for assistance. TMZ reported that Diddy was spotted at Rolling Loud, watching Kanye's performance, and supposedly wanted to have a private chat backstage. However, Kanye didn't seem inclined to spare him a moment of his time. After a whirlwind of rapidly changing sightings, Diddy ultimately released his first video addressing the drama in his life, claiming it's more dramatic than any movie.
Into the man right here. What's up? Miami's like that. It's a movie.
Nancy Grace reacted to the raid on Sean's homes, emphasizing that while no one wishes for the downfall of a superstar, accountability must prevail, asserting that no one should be exempt from the law. Boosie, on the other hand, expressed frustration over the absence of Diddy's usual circle, known as the Friends of Diddy, during his challenging time. He couldn't comprehend how these individuals could party with Diddy, but failed to show support when he needed it most. I don't hear none of them guys that was at Diddy's shit toasting with that champagne every year having speeches with them. Nobody speak up for this man or nothing. All with those suits on with their cups up. Ain't nobody said nothing. That's why you ain't gonna see too many guys around me. Who was around me before I went to jail? You don't see too many guys around me. It's intriguing how Katt Williams seemed to kickstart this whole conversation about Diddy's secrets, predicting that 2024 would be the year of reckoning. And lo and behold, just a few months into the year, Lil Rod comes out swinging, with a whole load of allegations backed by digital evidence. It's like Katt's words set off a chain reaction. During the comedy legend's appearance on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, he suggested that he had to turn down $50 million 4 times throughout his own career, because allegedly the deals came with the conditions of doing P. Diddy some inhumane favors, just to protect my integrity in that virgin hole I was telling you about, right? Because P, Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely. Before anyone jumps to calling Katt a paranoid hater, let's set the record straight. Katt's been throwing shade at Diddy since way back in the early 2000s. Yeah, you got that right. Back in the day, during one of his comedy gigs, Katt straight up spilled the tea. He was all about exposing the Hollywood scene, dropping hints that there were some high-power players who were playing for the other team, if you catch my drift. Katt suggested they were throwing these extravagant bashes to flex their influence, and guess who was notorious for throwing those epic shindigs?
To be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big-ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a to be at the mansion party. You be looking in all the goddamn rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room and
You know, Katt ain't holding back when it comes to calling out Diddy on those serious allegations. He straight up went for the jugular. Katt made it clear that he's never found himself in a situation where he's interested in someone who ain't feeling it back. He kinda implied that maybe Diddy's shady actions stem from not being desired by the ladies. Yeah, it's a harsh take, but what else would you expect from the fearless comedy king? Now, let's rewind to the first time Diddy got slammed into the negative spotlight. It all started when his ex, Cassie Ventura, decided to take him to court over their tumultuous relationship. See, by then, the statute of limitations was just about to clock out. So Cassie wanted to use the law to try to get some semblance of justice. In her official statement, Ventura laid it all out. She said, even though the nightmare went down years ago, she's still feeling the fallout to this day. In the lawsuit, she dropped bombshells, claiming Diddy had his fingers in every pie of her life, from her career to her personal medical records. She said he was often violent, leaving her with bruises multiple times a year, and he was always pushing substances on her. But here's the kicker. As soon as Ventura filed her complaint, Diddy's legal squad kicked into high gear. Just a day later, they came to some kind of agreement. Now, Diddy kept up that innocent act, but that speedy settlement tells a whole different story. And after Cassie came forward, more women started stepping up with similar tales. Now, the 5th lawsuit really threw everyone for a loop. The Diddy drama hit its peak when music producer Rodney Jones decided to take his SA allegations to court. According to the lawsuit, Jones was working on Combs' latest album, Love, and crashing at his place from September 2022 to November 2023. Jones claimed he was constantly getting groped and touched inappropriately by Mr. Combs without his consent. And get this, the lawsuit alleged that one time Jones woke up butt naked and confused in bed with Combs, and a couple of other adults. He said the music bigwig had spiked his drink to take advantage of him. On top of all that, Jones, in his role as Combs' videographer, supposedly had stacks of footage and audio recordings showing Combs, his crew, and guests getting into some seriously illegal stuff. So yeah, Rod came prepared with evidence from every angle. But despite all that, Diddy's lawyer came out swinging, denying the allegations outright. Lil Rod is nothing more than a liar who filed a $30 million lawsuit shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. His reckless name-dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies. Our attempts to share this proof with Mr. Jones's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, have been ignored, as Mr. Blackburn refuses to return our calls. We will address these outlandish allegations in court and take all appropriate action against those who make them. Well, Jay-Z and Diddy, they've always been tight, like real tight. Diddy even went as far as saying their relationship was on the same level as the one he had with his mom. He made it clear that besides Jay-Z and his mama, nobody else could call him by his real name. So yeah, their bond seemed unbreakable until it wasn't. But here's the kicker. Diddy also knew about Jay-Z's wandering eye, causing his wife a ton of heartache, and when folks asked Diddy about Jay's actions, he supposedly chose to keep it on the down low, covering for his buddy's indiscretions.
What music gives you the power to do, and I think that, once you're ready to share it with your fans in the world, then nobody could judge it. They have to accept what it is, and I thought it was dope.
Were you surprised?
No.
That he put it out there?
No, I wasn't.
No.
I was surprised about Lemonade, but I wasn't surprised about...
You were.
Well, Jay-Z really served up a cold dish when he realized Diddy wasn't doing much for him anymore. See, in the celeb world, everyone knows Jay throws this big Rock Nation dinner bash every year, and Diddy's usually a regular at the table. But guess what? This year, Jay decided to skip the whole shebang, and word on the street is, it's because Jay didn't want to be seen anywhere near Diddy. Now, Diddy didn't take Jay's move lightly, not one bit. Rumor has it he's gearing up to spill some serious tea on one of the biggest controversies of Jay's career. You might not know this, but back in the early 2000s, Jay supposedly had himself a side piece, and this juicy info recently got out thanks to a well-known journalist who had some inside info from Kathy White herself. Word on the grapevine is that Queen Bey and this supposed side chick were both expecting at the same time. And let's just say, Bey didn't take too kindly to sharing the spotlight. Liz Crokin stirred the pot when she spilled the beans about Kathy White's story. According to her, she got wind of Kathy when her boss asked her to dig into some blog rumors about a woman named Kathy Coriana White, allegedly hooking up with Jay-Z. The first blog to break the story was apparently Hollywood Street King back in August of 2010 in an article titled "Busted Jay-Z Caught Cheating On Beyonce with Kathy White." She said she managed to track down Kathy at her job in New York over the phone. She said, "I then uncovered photos of Kathy hanging with Jay-Z and Diddy, no less, at Tao nightclub in Las Vegas. So I called her back and asked her about the photo evidence that debunked her initial claim that she had never met or hung out with Jay-Z. At this point, Kathy expressed to me that she would consider going public with her story. Days later, I tried to reach her at work with no luck. I finally got a hold of one of her colleagues, and I asked her if she knew why Kathy had been MIA. Her colleague shockingly told me she's dead. Previous reports suggested that Kathy's demise was due to a brain aneurysm. But let me tell you, things started looking mighty suspicious when rumors of an affair started swirling. It all kicked off after Kathy and model Claudia Jordan were supposedly seen at Las Vegas Tao nightclub, chilling at a table with Jay-Z and Puffy.
Claudia Jordan and Kathy White are two industry it girls around that time. So you can see the levels that she was on to be taking pictures of somebody like this in the early 2000s.
But if we scratch beneath the surface, it turns out White's initial autopsy report stated she passed away from head trauma. And guess what? This narrative got some backup from Jaguar Wright. She spilled that Kathy went out screaming, contrary to what other reports say. Now, Jag's always been the industry's truth teller, never afraid to call out Jay-Z and Diddy. In an interview with Viral Hip Hop News, Jag dropped some truth bombs, revealing that Jay-Z might be even worse than Diddy. She laid it out saying Jay's a master at covering his tracks, so nobody really knows his true colors. Jag claimed Jay's got himself a crew ready to take the fall if he ever gets exposed. While Diddy's out here trying to control folks through fear, Jay supposedly plays it smart, setting up his defenses long before any heat comes his way.
Been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
Word on the street is that the once tight bond between these two moguls has turned into straight-up animosity. Jay's supposedly on a mission to bring Diddy down before he lets any more skeletons out of the closet. And you know who's dishing out this juicy intel? None other than Suge Knight. He's saying that now that Diddy's decided to start singing his own tune, all those secret room attendees of his are out for blood. Suge spilled the tea saying, "I'll tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys are participating in? They're gonna get you if they can. Do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison." Some fans are convinced that Diddy has been singing to the feds about all of Jay-Z's secrets. It's possible P. Diddy took a plea deal and is singing. The higher-ups must be sweating. It's also possible he sang long, long ago and everything is sorted already. All scenarios lead to exposure. White hats in control, while others suggest that Diddy will take numerous other celebs with him, including Jay-Z. I told you yesterday that Jay-Z was going down with Diddy and a whole bunch others. Meek Mill, Jamie Foxx, and there was Usher. There was so many people that made freak-off music. Y'all just gotta go back and put 2 and 2 together. So, what do you think? Is Jay-Z next in line for the expose train? Or will he be able to get away with his crimes? Or should Jay be more worried about Diddy not keeping his lips sealed when questioned about him? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.